Finally tonight, well-known sports anchor Sage Steele recently departed ESPN after spending 16 years at the network. This after successfully settling a lawsuit with the network regarding her First Amendment rights. In part one of our interview last night, Steele explained why she filed the suit, and tonight she opens up about her Catholic faith and how she relies on it now more than ever. And Sage, I know your family is really important to you. I mean, you're mom to 3 beautiful children, and you're also the sole provider for them. That's a lot of pressure in general. And then knowing what you're about to do really could impact your career and the way you take care of them. I'm curious, that being said, how did you find, comfort and counsel in that time? And how did your Catholic faith help you?
I've said this a lot recently. I wouldn't be standing today without my faith, which has become stronger than ever before. It's something, I was raised Catholic, but I think quite often a lot of Catholics just kind of go through the motions and you do what your parents are telling you to do when you're younger, and then you go to college and, it's here, but nothing really vocal or that I've shared outwardly publicly much. This was a huge low point in my life when all of this happened. The last couple of years, I had just gotten divorced after marrying my college sweetheart, only boyfriend I ever had, married for 20 years, together for 27 years. That's all I ever knew. COVID hit like a couple months right after that was final. The kids were struggling. We're in the Northeast where they shut everything down, sports, everything. It was brutal. And then I happened to speak up and got crushed for it and thought my career was over. I also ironically got COVID at the exact same time as I was suspended and pulled off the air. So after I got shot that I was told to get that would, prevent everything, I got COVID terribly, and I was in trouble health-wise with it. And at that moment, I just prayed, because there was one night where my heart was racing so fast and so hard that it woke me up. And I was about to take myself to the hospital, and I am alone here. The kids were at their dad's house because I was sick. And I was about to drive myself to the hospital, and I got up to take a quick shower because it had been a couple of days. I'd been in bed, and I fell over. And I realized if I get in the shower and fall and hit my head, no one will ever find me. And that might be it. So it's still hard to talk about because that was such a scary moment. And I just got back in bed and prayed that I would wake up the next morning. And I did. I woke up, and took me a while to kind of get better. I was out for a good 8 days as far as physically unable to really move. But no one could come help me. My parents couldn't come because my dad's cancer treatments. They couldn't be near me. No one. So all I had was God. And fortunately, I knew that he had brought me through so much with my decision with ending my marriage, et cetera, that what am I going to do? Not trust him now? So I literally felt him pull me up and say, "You got this, girl." Maybe not like that, but that's what I felt. And I was going back to work after being suspended. My best friend, my makeup artist, was here, and my parents had come up, and they were here to help me get off the floor in some ways, because I was like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. And then my dad, he said, huddle up. He's an old football player, so huddle up. So it was my dad, my mom, and my best friend and me. And right as I walked out the door to go to work for the first time, after the apology and being suspended and embarrassed and vilified, my dad said, we're going to say a prayer. We're going to say the St. Michael the Archangel, what you say at the end of your Catholic Mass. And, having God protect us from the wickedness and snares of the devil and rebuke them, we humbly pray. That moment changed me and changed our family. And every single day from that moment on, as I pulled into the parking lot at ESPN to go into work, my mom and dad would get on the phone with me and we'd say that prayer.
There are so many other people that are going through not the same thing, but similar things, and their faith is pulling them through. And so you sharing this is helping a lot of people right now. So thank you.
And that's what, can I interrupt real quick? Because
yes.
I've struggled with all of this. I don't want to make this all about me. It's very uncomfortable. As a mother, that's not what we do. And as a journalist, you're never the story, right? But this has turned into something bigger, maybe because of my big mouth. But since then, I know the power in speaking out, because when I have done it just a couple times for other things years prior that had nothing to do with this controversy, I realized I wasn't alone. And so I feel like if I can share this, even if it gets me choked up every time or brings back some bad memories, when I was alone up there in my bedroom on the floor, like, oh my gosh, am I going to wake up tomorrow? I just hope others feel that they're not as alone as I felt, you know? And so if I don't talk about this, then what a waste. What a waste of some really, really good lessons.
Sage, we've had such a beautiful conversation with you. Thank you for talking to us, about everything, sharing what's on your heart. And I'm curious, before we let you go, what's next for you?
I don't know, but I'm having some really fun conversations right now with all kinds of different people that work in the industry in different ways I've never thought of or considered before, because I absolutely loved my job on SportsCenter. I loved my 16 years there, and I thought I was going to die there. That was the plan. So now I'm like, okay, we have to rearrange our thought process, and I'm having some awesome conversations. I want to just be able to do this, the C word conversations with all kinds of different people to talk about, yeah, certainly some sports and some really special athletes that are overlooked, some politicians. I think it'd be really great to dig deeper, not necessarily on the issues, but on like, who are they as people? What makes them special and different? And especially with some of these people that we may or may not be voting for, like, who are they here? That is important to me. I would love to interview some Hollywood celebrities, a lot of people who have been canceled, and it's like, oh wait, we're still here. I have some nerves about it, some fears, but that only lasts for a second, because again, I know I'm right where I'm supposed to be. But I hope to announce something in the next couple of weeks, to be honest with you. And I've been so flattered by so many people reaching out, but it's a blessing to be able to finally be me.